Welcome to the Talking Diaries podcast, featuring Dr. Louis Koster with John Kramer.
You said something in your diary. Again, this is from May. Uh, Waking up in the dream of the thinking, my thoughts drag me in the speculation that I won't receive my workforce incentive grant this year. I then won't be able to pay an invoice on my taxes and fees from my accountant. I let be what arises as my thoughts and the experience they invoke. And in that experience, you let go. It's so easy to get caught up with thoughts because thoughts can just go on and on and on and on. With all the speculation and all the memory and all the fear and all the whatever it might be. And as you've been exploring all along here, is that you have exploring, well, what happens if I just allow that totality to just arise and not buy into it? And it changes the whole dynamic. The thought can't trap you like it seemed in the past. Thought could trap you pretty easily. And now thoughts doesn't seem to be able to do that as easily.
Yeah, so I mean that's interesting that you bring that up. So that is part of our daily troubles, so to speak. Like we live our lives, we have common concerns. Like if you have children, they may undertake something, or they bring up a question that calls up a lot of things. With respect to finances, you get a bill or an invoice that is unexpected, or you are at work and you are called, or you get an email that your supervisor or your boss wants to speak with you. So all of that is part of what it is to live your life, inside of your commitment to make things happen, to be a caring father, or to be great at your work, or to be responsible for your finances. So when you get a communication like that, and usually it comes out of the blue, it is unexpected, then that calls up a lot of things. And that's the domain where the mind thrives. That is like wonderful. That's like, okay, like well, it's got something to work on. And it brings up a lot of things. It brings up memory, it brings up, and then based on that prediction of the future, it speculates, and so you have speculating thoughts that, oh, but if that happens, or what might he say, and if he's going to say that, then that would impact my career, or all of that. And so if you are not awake, so to speak, or I think that is a good word in this context, then that really grabs you, and then it's like, oh God, and so, and then it's, oh, and then you go with that thought, oh God, and this and that, and the next thing is that you just want to hide in a hole or do something that you don't have to be with it. And so to speak, that the solution is not found in trying to solve it, but by letting it be. And again, that takes courage, that you let it all be. And what that gives at some point, it kind of, that dynamic that fizzles out. And if you have the wherewithal to be with what then is arising as a thinking, and that may be very uncomfortable. So if you can be with that discomfort, then at some point it brings you to a place of clarity, like what is real, what is a fact, what is factual, is basically what is left of it. And then that's where it becomes clear what action to take, so to speak. Because most of it, what the mind spits out is, well, it is an appearing reality. It is not your true reality. But the only way you can demonstrate that to yourself is by letting it be. and then you can see through it. And what's left is a sense of what is. You're not going to die, no matter what it tells you. And then you can see what is actually true about all of this, and what is the action that would make sense. Maybe what makes sense is to do nothing, which I notice is probably 99% the case of most of what comes up. Or I need to take one little action, like I need to schedule something, or I need to get more information about something, or it might be prudent to just wait and see what happens next. So something like that.
Once you don't let the mind rule you, the options are far more than if you let the mind rule you. Because if you follow along with the thought sort of determines, and if you buy into the thought, it almost determines what your response is going to be or reaction is going to be. But if you let that go, you don't buy into it, and you just allow for the totality of what arises, the options become much greater.
Yeah, I mean,
because at that point, nothing is determined.
well, also what happens is that you take the personal out of it.
Yes.
Because the immediate response is all about you, what it means about you. And so when you kind of work yourself through that by letting it be, and you can be with the discomfort of being with that, then what's left is what is real, what needs to be dealt with to remedy a situation, or to provide clarity, or what the action to take to move the issue forward. So it is a whole different orientation. Or simply do nothing and then see what happens. That's also possible.
Thank you for listening to the Talking Diaries podcast featuring Dr. Louis Koster. For more information, check out louiskoster.com/Talking Diaries and subscribe to the Talking Diaries YouTube channel. Also, check out louiskoster.com/quiz and take the free quiz to discover more about yourself.